Okay, Peloton. Amazon. U is up today a little bit. It's not a bad place to add some U if you like that. All right, so I got my puppy in play mode this morning at the market open. That hasn't happened before, so I don't know what the hell is going on. If I let him out, I know he's going to pee and poo somewhere. I can't leave him outside by himself because he's about the size of a freaking soda can. So I don't know what to do. D-Dog, Myrna, but this is not a tenable situation longer term for me. AMD Footlocker 4% today. Wow. Holding really tight. It's like going a little bit. Nasdaq is positive. Can't argue it. Can't argue against that. Amazon up here, EXPI up here. Just holding its ground. That's good. 10 days still well below the price. Plenty of consolidating to do if it wants to. Saw NIO poking around. It's like Donkey Kong. Yeah, Donkey Kong came down a bunch yesterday. Hey, what's up, RP? How long to deal with this stupid ass dog? I'm gonna mute the mic, tell everyone I'll be back. All right. Don't have time for a stupid dog. I left his ass outside. That's not going to work out very well, though, long term. 537 for Foot Locker. D Dog 320. Donkey Kong. NASDAQ turned negative. Tesla turned negative. Donkey Kong also turning negative. What else is negative today? Beyond Meat, RCL, AMC, GBTC, NIO, NVIDIA. Just saw NVIDIA. Looking as bad today as good as it was looking yesterday. See how it goes on the daily. Yesterday was not a pocket pivot. Slight up volume. Nothing major there. Hey, cool Shide Muhammad. Looking for new setups. Yeah. Yeah, I think new setups are always good. You always got to look for new setups. That's a never-ending journey right there. Foot Locker off into it this morning. Get out of cruise stocks. You got into cruise stocks? Okay, well they never did truly break out. They were doing okay there for a little bit. RCL from 69. So prior to the breakout failure here, that is a gap. That's a lot of percents. Yeah, you probably have to bail on that one. See if it's going to undercut the low of this candle on the 5-minute intraday. But yeah, you may have to exit. It's already at bad levels. You don't want to let a bad loss turn worse. Cancels cruises for November. There you go. Carvana 6% today, which doesn't look like. All right, gotta go check on the dog. Hold on a minute. My little dog was scratching at my back door. Maybe he's not so stupid after all. Damn, you fucker trying to show me I'm a goddamn cheat for. What? Daddy got work to do, son. All right, 0.4 down for the NASDAQ. How do you whine and bite me at the same time? What? You want to play? You want to play? Which one of my kids gets up? Freaking kids aren't up yet. One of them's at least up by now, usually. PED looking froggy. What do you mean looking froggy? It's up 65%. Holy crap. Sandridge Permian Trust. My cat doesn't know what to make of the dog and it keeps like swatting at it. I've got some cool video of it. Okay. Yeah, this thing is all over the place. Feel free to watch it. I'm not touching it though. I think watching is perfectly fine. But no touchy. I know. Not to me though. Interesting. That's weird. Zoom looking decently strong in a bad tape. MongoDB match. RH trade desk. AZPN accidental click. Not bad. Not bad at all. How's JD doing? Down 1.4%. Volume not as high as yesterday. Could just be consolidating this into a handle. Oh, is it up? No, I don't watch the TQQQ. I just watch the NASDAQ. The percentages would drive me batty. It's good that you're getting used to them, though, Rob. Yeah, sometimes when the that's why I don't have it up here on my actionable list, because it'll usually sit at the top or sit at the bottom. It's always among the leaders or the losers. All right, Zoom. Foot Locker doing good. Carvana, Myrna. Yeah, you is maybe in a pullback buy situation. I say maybe because there's really no defined ranges here. You do have a cup. You're kind of low on a handle here. Pride Visa was red. Oh wow, it's actually coming back up today. It gapped down pretty low. American Express has challenges its rivals don't face. Because it has its own product. Okay, no real relevant news. For whatever reason, this thing down a bunch. This gapping overnight. Okay. Why are you whipping out my paper, dog? Here. Like this. Dog's chewing up my paper. I don't really need that paper, but that's not the point, dog. Little destructive puppy. I don't know if I've ever had like a brand new puppy. I had a few months old puppy, but not a few days, not a few weeks old puppy. Got him at 7 weeks. All right. Myrna, not bad. Look at this bar developing here. What's going on with Myrna? Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine paused over participants developing unexplained illness. Sell dollar on odds of Biden win coronavirus vaccine. Goldman Sachs. What are you chewing on now? Never know what a dog's gonna want to chew on. So it looks like coronavirus competition is going down in flames right now. That's good for them. Foot Locker Rising. I guess retail's trying to come back. I don't mind this U. I don't have any, but unexplained illness, COVID. Nice. I don't know what happened. They all of a sudden got sick. Polly Joe, I have no idea. I don't even know what to test for. Oh, this is the new COVID-19 drug. Could they get COVID-19? I don't know. Oh. Ooh, don't say COVID-20. Don't say COVID-20. Keep it the same. Keep it the same. All right, D-Dog. Getting froggy today. All right. D-Dog getting green. Any news on D-Dog? Not really. Not a lot of news today. 0.31 down for the Nasdaq. I don't think that's budged since we last looked at it. Tesla down under yesterday's range, so still unable to get over that little high. I added a little too heavy, a little too low, it looks like. Lavago, LVGO, watching this little sucker. Put an alert on here. You know what? I got an alert the other day that I didn't even see on the computer. Don't quit fighting me, ish. I gotta find my phone. Hold on. Phone. You know what? Get it on here. Oh, fucker. Ow. It's getting aggressive. Smarter than he looks. Alerts. Shit. Go after that. Ow. He wants to friggin' play. All right, looking for alerts. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Active trader, pairs, strategy. Where's the alerts? Shit, dog's off. I gotta go find him. All right, he's back. Off again. All right, puppy. Copper, what are you doing in my office? Okay, so Lavago, Foot Locker giving up some room. Nasdaq, Tesla bouncing back a little bit. Let's take a look at the big ones. Apple pretty red today after a great green day yesterday. Hopefully just a little pullback day happens. Amazon with a spectacular day yesterday, guys. Huge day for Amazon yesterday. I feel pretty bad for not getting in deeper towards the base. I was looking at it prior to this breakout. I didn't take the opportunity. I have to realize it was an 85% trade on Amazon, but on Amazon, those are really good trades. That was definitely a missed opportunity. My second or third biggest trades of the year was an Amazon trade that during this last run up right here. So I could have duplicated that likely, even if I sold yesterday or this morning. So got to recognize those opportunities and take them when they're given to you. I was thinking that the market was going up too. Not quite sure why I was so nervous on an Amazon trade, especially after the heels of a good trade. Sorry, I kicked the desk. The dog running away. All right, NASDAQ down a little bit. Back to point. I thought it was 0.3. It's 0.21. Okay, not bad. Hey, Rob. Sorry, this little dog is little dog in me. Little dog. Speaking of little dog, D-Dog getting up today. Bam. Looking pretty good. Getting a move on. NASDAQ stalling after yesterday's just ridiculous pump day. Touched 4% on the futures and stalled from there. No, Rob, just the dog ran out. I thought I was going to grab it real quick, and then it just got away from me. I got a little dog here. Give me a fucking break. Hey. Yeah, I'm the only one up. Market's open. Dog wants attention. What the hell are you going to do? You're going to suck at both, right? You're going to suck at dog stuff. You're going to suck at market stuff. That's how it goes. Luckily, the market's sucking enough for me right now as it is, so I'm not too mad. All right, EXPI, how you doing? All right, so far a bit of a consolidation day, which I'm not too mad at. Some of our new guys, 5 are up here, just in fuego. 10-day moving average right there. 5 are just on fire. Which one down? Oop, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to drop you. There you go. All right. See, I fed him and he drank water, so he has to go to the bathroom. I don't know if he went to the bathroom. He's a whiny little shit. All right, 3.8 down for the NASDAQ right now. Not super bueno. Can argue that's the leaders. Oh, yeah, it's chewing on a power cable. No. All right, so Apple definitely taking. That's a pretty high volume candle this morning for Apple. Hopefully, we're just going to pause here for a bit. Amazon. Not as bad as Apple. Amazon's about the same as yesterday, and they really haven't come down. They're actually up on the day from the close yesterday. So that's not too bad. Fastly flying? It's going, isn't it? Yeah, obviously I don't think we have this on this list. Do now. Yeah, it's at the top of it. Yeah, nice extension. How come you buy dogs toys and they never... It's like kids. You buy them toys and they like the box. All right, D-Dog Roku. Spotify. How you doing, Spotify? Spotify has been in kind of a bit of a downtrend situation. The trend line's a little bit high right now. Not sure if we'd qualify for a trend. Maybe a channel right there. I'm giving up a wick right there, but too bad. All right, what are you doing far away? I don't want his dog peeing in the house. You go potty? No. No. Thank you. Good boy. Me. Dang puppies. All right, I'm gonna go take him outside again. I'll be back at some point. Ow, 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 ow. Dog's nipping at my heels, literally. All right, NASDAQ turned positive. I guess the dog should go to the bathroom more often then. All right, noted. We'll do that. Come on, puppy. Come. All right, I'm going to take the chance with the kids' bedroom's doors closed. That all will be good. D-Dog 3.5 holding really good here. Extending up on its little breakout of this base going. Little base thing right there looks good. Fastly Zixi up after saying they're gonna, after like lowering estimates mid-quarter. It's usually never a good thing. NFE new under the actionable list. Huge candle. The hell is that? Partners with New Fortress Energy and GE to transition power plant to zero carbon. Cool, cool. CRWD. All right, so this guy trying to break over a base right here. 153.10. Not too far away. This has been this was on our screen yesterday that we did, which is pretty good. KG, Footlocker, choppy, Fiverr, stable, U, pullback mode. Micron over a trend line for the first time in a long time. That is a very large, not actual cup and handle. 55% is not a cup. Has to have a max depth of 33%. But in this trend line here that's been in play for about 9 months, we are starting to break that. And our volume today is pretty good, but we did have this huge sell candle as the second one. It's a little bit concerning. D-Dog doing good. And Roku appears to be stuck in bull mode. Little consolidation the past couple of days. If it gets any higher, almost any higher at all, it's able to be bought on a kind of a breakout of this. We're right at that level right now, actually. Decision time on Roku if you wanted it. Zoom still looking great. Looks like it's on the upswing. We haven't quite broken that high right there, but we're looking like we're on the way. So that's good. Kind of like in Zoom here. I think I'll place a trade if it drops lower or pops higher, actually. I kind of like it. I think I may take that one. Still waiting for LVGO to get some balls. Twilio has tons of them. Zen Square keeps going. Docu work. Ping, RH stalling. Paycom still going. Those pizza ServiceNow, new highs. ServiceNow has been in new highs. Not big highs. Netflix looks like it's kind of done with its double bottom pattern here. May try to go here pretty soon. 558, 559 level would be an entry point. We're at 546. All right, BEP consolidating. Dog is too quiet. IPHI, Coop, Space, ABMD. Amazon shoring back up. Yep. NIU. This is also a new one to us. Had a really big breakout day. And yeah, beautiful little pattern here. That would have been a great, great entry. But we didn't have it at that time. But NIU, I think, looks nice. Super nice. What you need, bud? Sherman-Williams. Is Sherman-Williams tightening up for something? Oh, my measured move worked. Okay. Sherman-Williams tightening up here. 50-day moving average. Could be an interesting, weird play that doesn't appear to ever go anywhere, but eventually does. All right, I have to keep that on the docket here. Down to the negatives now. EPAM, Trin, Lockheed Martin, NIU. Trying to go fairly quick so I can get to them. Skyworks is looking interesting, but haven't heard a lot of news out of it lately. Soxel, red for the first time in a little bit. All right, Tesla red, not egregiously red, but red. CGNA, Soxel, YY. There's NVIDIA. Yeah, yesterday volume a little bit higher, but not much. Oh, that doesn't sound good. DR Horton, there's Visa, Peloton. Peloton with a red day, I guess, if you can call it that. On the daily time frame, it's really, really minuscule. They're still in accumulation mode on that name. Casa ESNT, not bad. NIO. Rolling over. Wait, that's not NIO. There we go. Rolling over. Hi, bud. He was whining for you. Listen for him. Try the bathroom or something. All right, NIO still consolidating there, not too bad. MJ coming back down. I think I should have waited to cover. SLV net pulling in. Not a lot though. 4% today after a 20% day yesterday. Yeah, not really a concern. Flag it. Cup and handle. That's a new one for us as well. And you got Win, not looking good. Huya, not looking good. Riot down a bunch today. 6.29. Bitcoin taking a pause. And AMC not looking healthy whatsoever. Silver back down. I think we're right in the middle. And then Royal Caribbean extending lower here. Yeah, not bueno. Not bueno. Hard to play these COVID names, man. Square? Forgot what Square was doing. Square not doing too bad. Is that a good WTF or a bad WTF, Mohammed? You're trying to still firm in Square, so no issues here. Yeah, it's just look when it's holding above the 10-day like this, there's just no pull. It's just no pullback mode. There's nothing. You just kind of have to buy it. And you can use that trend line or the 10-day as a stop if you want as well. But Square may be in one of those like it was over here. Like Peloton too. I took that Peloton trade because it was just on fire. So like right here. It's basically a run right here. Maybe give it to the 20-day. This run was on the 20-day. It went from 51 all the way up to 150 before it broke the 20-day, which is this orange line right there. I've got a trend line right against it too. So it'll be a little better. There you go. So there's a 20-day. You can see it is riding it all the way up. And right now it's riding the 10-day, which is even more bullish. But it'll probably come back and test the 20-day at some point. You just kind of have to wait for it. But so far it hasn't even touched it once. It's been oblivious to the 10-day on this particular run. It's got a little more exaggerated and kind of ran up the 10-day. The prior one kind of ran up the 10-day too, but I could see a couple of points where it dropped beneath it. All right, D-Dog looking good. Zoom pulling back a little bit. So double top and just above the 505 from yesterday. All right, Tesla's back up. Nasdaq's fine. NFE continues that big run from earlier. To break the 20-day, well, not break it. You want to wait till it gets down in that area. It may not break it, Mohammed. So here, let's go back and just look at Square for a minute. Look at so look at this right here. So here's the 20-day prior, right? So we're in a run respecting the 10-day, kind of similar to this area here, and then it comes back to the 20-day here towards it, but it never crossed it. Let me zoom in on this area a little bit more. So there's the 20-day. This first attempt at the 20-day here, it came down close to it, right? But didn't get right to it. So you don't want to be rigid as a steel rod in this one. You know, you want to be flexible. So you could try to buy as it dips down. Here it does touch the 20-day for 2 days. You could buy there. But if you notice, there's obviously a price difference. You got 75 up to 85. And the next time it touches the 20-day is at 111. So you just kind of have to notice what it's doing, notice its tendencies, and then act accordingly. That's all. That's all. Like right now it's above the 10-day, so you could take your buyback cue at the 10-day because we're well above the 10-day. Well above it. Look at this. It doesn't even touch it. It breaks out of this consolidation already above the 10-day and has never touched it. So if you wait to the 20-day, you maybe, it's at 189, you may be buying this thing at 230. So you're gonna have to If you do, okay, so if you do touch it now, your stop is going to be the 10-day, which is about 5%. You have to, if you're comfortable with that as a stop and you like the market situation, then you can go ahead and do that. If you just want to blanket buy it, because I mean, I think the market's doing pretty decent. I don't know if we rip or higher from here. If you're long-term bullish on Square, well, if you're long-term bullish on Square and you're okay with holding it through a pullback to the 10-day, if not the 20-day, then you can likely go ahead and buy it. But I wouldn't go heavy on this position. I would go lighter because you're kind of buying almost in the middle of nowhere. Now it is in an uptrend, so it's kind of like hitchhiking on the way to your destination in the middle, you know. Like a trucker drops you off halfway from here to Vegas, and then you start hitchhiking from Vegas. A little bit risky because you don't quite know who's going to pull up, but at the same time, you know you're on your way to Vegas, whatever Vegas is in this particular scenario. So, I mean, these are tough situations because your more healthy buy was probably down here, and you're up 20%. So you're definitely risking a pullback, but Square's had some tremendous moves. And I mean, it is likely to continue higher. There's no stalling, topping action up here. Everything is pretty normal. So if you like it, just nibble at it. And then if you get a big pullback, you buy a bunch. Foot Locker coming down to 2.9 now. NFE Myrna. All right, Myrna looking good. Fastly coming down a little bit. Sell Carvana Crowd. Lavago. Yeah, sure, Muhammad. D-Dog. Still liking the D-Dog. And the Zoom now back up to 2%. Looks like Tesla's back to even. Starbucks, AVTR, Nvidia. Stalling right here. Hold on a second. I don't see what's going on. Want a bunch of stuff either. Where's the bathroom light on? Okay, can you turn it off? Because it's still. You can leave the bathroom door open.
I don't want him to go back in the corner because he does go inside.
Yeah.
It was super.
Close your door. Okay. Thank you, James. All right, so yeah, yesterday was a pretty amazing day. Big pop up for the NASDAQ. Hopefully, we can just consolidate this and maybe go sideways a few days. Then we'll be able to. Continue going up or something. Presidential election is in 1, 2, 3 weeks as of tomorrow. Exactly. I got my ballot, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that out fraudulently. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Donkey Kong. Yeah. So hard to buy a bottom. This is why I try not to buy bottoms. Peloton. All right, consolidating. Here's another one like Square that's just up above everything. So consolidating right now. I mean, volume is waning. It wasn't going to go up forever. It's still going up though. I mean, it hasn't broken any trend whatsoever. It's just hanging out. So we got NIO getting a little bit lower, and you're seeing some bottom buying happening already. They're not letting this thing drop very far. If you like NIO, been waiting for an entry, could start nibbling at it down here because it's super tight in this consolidation. Probably use the 20 days as your stop at this stage. If you want a number, you're looking at about the 20, 2050, 2045 as a potential stop for NIO. Let's go check out the global list. All right, INMD breaking out of a long-term turnaround line. Looks like you're looking good. Carvana, TZA, Lavago. All right, is it starting to perk up a little bit? How's our volume? Super easy to have a pocket pivot in this environment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's got to get above that. Could have an opportunity. So I want to look at a Lavago trade. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Lavago getting a little bit froggy this morning, Ellie. Our nice and high, low, and slow guy. We see quite a few of these setups start to pop really nice. All right, looks like I've already got a trade on the deck here. Looks like about the 175. Oh man, that's not a great trade. How is that not a great trade? That's 20%. Jeesh. Only wants to give me 85, 90%. Going out 45 days. That's not a bueno. I have to go sooner than that. You're lucky, Ellie. You missed the whole puppy fiasco this morning. It was like an all puppy stream for a while. And the boys got up. I'm like, here, take the damn puppy. So I have to go to 1113 in order to get 100% out of this guy if I want it. I'm kind of surprised that it's that expensive. Although I guess it had already gone from 30 to 150. It's already a 500%. So I guess that makes sense. Pretty decent volume this morning. Yeah, I think I'm going to nibble at it. I'm not sure what to do though. That 45-day trade at 90 isn't really that far off from this 31-day trade. So if this thing really starts to blast off, I'd benefit more by having more time. How about a year out or to January? It's an additional 50 days. I go from 90% to 68 if I'm lucky, which I won't be. So I'll stick with the 45s here. So we'll do 1127. We'll do LVGO. $142. Holy spread, 18-13. Sheesh. All right, what's your last on this thing? 15-20. Hey, I'm in good company. 15 about this one today. So let's try 1550. Is that about right? Let's do 1580. Oh, they sold it right at 1580. Good thing I didn't market order that bitch. Jeesh. Gone up to 1790 for crying out loud. Look at that spread. May have bought it at the wrong time. NASDAQ getting positive though. Tesla looks like it's turning a little bit green. Livongo, whatever the hell you want to call it. After a beautiful long base after the Teladoc news. So I'm buying a little prematurely. But I'm nibbling, so just nibbling. All right. Tesla back to green. JD's almost the only thing red on my account right now. I did buy a little bit of JD. I really like this base here. Got this out to November 27th, so I got a little bit of time. I probably bought a little bit recklessly, but again, a small position. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions right now. And I still have a little bit of cash, but I'm mostly invested right now. So I may just stop trading. I've got Tesla, Nvidia, DDOG, Zoom, JD, Livongo, Riot. That little Riot trade. How's my Riot trade? It says it's positive on me. This thing's dyslexic. This is the dyslexic trade. That's exactly what it is. All right, let's get back down to actionable list. There's Livongo, 4.5, 4.05 DDOG. This U, recent addition, nice cup and handle, pretty low here. I wasn't really thinking enough to wonder what this. Did I get Livongo up there? There we go. Oh, I got it twice. I can omit one. There you go. All right, next one is, yeah, let's take a look at U. So it's pretty deep. If this is a cup and handle, this is a really deep place to try to buy this. You're at 102, so you're pretty much going to 120. I just wonder what an option looks like. Probably not going to buy it. You got till November and then February. Neither are that enticing. So not much to do here. All right. Foot Locker came down off its high horse. Zoom 2.5 looks like it's trying to still curl higher out of this little consolidation. DocuSign trying to edge its way higher here. I'm not really mad at DocuSign either. DocuSign with a huge move up and then some distribution stepping in. But didn't go very far. They're not throwing it out. EXPI still holding nicely. AMD, Mongo, Trade Desk, Amazon. All right. I don't think this thing it was slightly in the negative for a little bit. Just undercutting. You can see right there towards the morning, but bouncing back beautifully. Amazon is our leader going forward. I think that much is clear. It's already almost at the high versus Apple, which is actually lagging. Let's see Apple right here, not participating as much, not close to the high as Amazon is. Same with Facebook. Facebook is lagging too. I mean, as long as those two don't tank, Amazon could make this whole thing run. Obviously better if they're involved. That's why we had the day we had yesterday, because everything was up really good. All right, AMD positive, bouncing back from that. Not really bouncing back yet. We're still not out of the breadth of that day. Okay, Trade Desk, Amazon. Donkey Kong, not doing good, so have not re-entered a Donkey Kong position. Nvidia, still negative, but looks like it's trying to bounce back. Peloton, doesn't matter, Muhammad. Doesn't matter. Technically, it'd be Biden. Yeah, Zoom. Yeah, I just added to my Zoom trade a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's been curling up here, crossing our trend line.
Isn't savage, like super
I know he's a super savage. Is that where you guys are going? Ouch. Is he stopping? Yeah, give him toys. Shove toys in his mouth. So if you look historically, and this is not a referendum for Biden or against Trump. If you look historically, the market does better under Democratic presidents for whatever reason. I haven't gone super deep into it, but that's just been the history of things. Yeah, I mean it makes to me it makes sense. Others it may not. So which is still kind of weird when you think about it, but that's just the history of things. But once again, I mean, I don't think a president is bullish or bearish for the stock market unless they have a really really draconian view of something that they're implementing. Like I don't know. I don't know what they could implement that would be really draconian to our stock market, because the stock market's really based on the economy, and it's not based on politics. Taxes may come into play a little bit. Um, you'd have to go back to when we had really high taxes, and I think the market was really choppy then. All right, Nasdaq floating with positivity right now. Wars in the Middle East. Well, it's all deficit spending, Mohammed. It's. I mean, if you really want to look historically, I mean, go read the Spy Looking Bad. Yeah, read Ray Dalio stuff. He does a really good job of doing macro sentiment. Why does that look bad? I don't think that looks too bad. It looks pretty decent. Where stones throw of highs. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it is, to be honest with. Not in the really big picture sense. I mean, for the next 20 years, 10 years, maybe next 10 years, it's decently important. It's not like a Bush Kerry election. It's not like that. Bush Kerry election, that wasn't like a referendum on anything. The election today, a lot of it view as a referendum on the morals of the United States. From that perspective, neither party is doing good in terms of the deficit, so that just isn't a factor. Unfortunately, I would like that to be a factor, but it's not. It's really just about morals and about who we want representing the United States. Trump is a polarizing figure, and if you love him, you love him for everything that he is, and if you hate him for everything that he is. And if you don't respect him for who he is, that's because of who he is. So it's really a referendum of, is Trump the type of person we want representing the United States of America? That's really what it boils down to. It's not even really about his policies. It's just, and some of his policies you can argue are good or bad. He hasn't been like the worst policy president in the U.S. I don't even know if that's a thing. But it's not like you can point to one of his policies and say, I don't like the policy, but I mean, he didn't It wasn't anything that is like super like let him build a wall for a couple of billion. I don't really care about the wall. Let him build the wall, whatever. It's a policy. It's fine. The 90-day immigration ban that he started off with was in bad taste in a lot of people's opinion, but it didn't. I mean, yeah, it hurt some people, but in long term, I don't know if it means much. Uh-oh, Ellie's jumping in here. Ellie's going to get political now. A lot of family in Egypt and Dubai, Obama and Clinton were a disaster for that region. Bush wasn't? You're not including Bush? Isn't he the guy that sent the troops initially because of 9/11? Joe's got a climate policy. Joe also has a tax policy, so he's got a few of them. Yeah, I don't think I don't know about I'm not a politician. I don't really dive into that stuff too bad or too deep, but um, I go somewhat deep. I mean, after 9/11, the U.S. went a little bit nuts. It's just kind of is what it is. One good thing Trump has done is he has not gotten us into Trump has not gotten us into a new fight. He killed that Soleimani guy, and that was about it. I just said he has his environmental policy and he has his tax policy. He's going to raise taxes on the rich over 400 to make over 400,000 a year. All right, Nasdaq 0.22 to the downside. Ellie, you told me name one, so I did. What do you want? God damn it! I wasn't trying to get into a deep political conversation. He was just asking about the election. I wasn't trying to get. I'm not trying to go pro one candidate minus another candidate. I was simply saying that this election isn't like a referendum on the stock market that's going to like you know affect the markets in really a spectacular fashion. Usually usually it doesn't matter who wins after an election. We went through this the other day. 15. Yes, James.
Can I have something?
Yeah, we'll get some breakfast for sure. NQ bounce off the top Bollinger Band. I was actually wondering that yesterday. Not necessarily a bounce, but I know what you're talking. At least I think I know. Yesterday we blew straight through that Bollinger Band, and I did a little bit of looking. I didn't go too crazy, but I don't know the last time we've straight blown through it. I guess actually right there, we blew through the top Bollinger Band there, and then continued for a few more days before coming down significantly. So blowing through a top Bollinger Band like that I think it's a fairly rare occurrence. So let's do this. Let's get off this politics garbage. I wasn't trying to start a debate. Mohammed, your question was valid. I don't think you did anything wrong, but I didn't want to get into individual policies. I was just, you asked about the market and the election. The president doesn't have a huge effect on the market was my general gist. Usually after the election are your better years. So that blows through the top. So we actually it happens a little bit more frequently. That one you could argue, but it's not blowing through the top. That would probably be the lowest close on a blow through the top that I would argue. Yeah, money printer does have influence, but neither of them are gonna do anything different about that. Neither of them are that thoughtful, to be honest with you, from that perspective. Trump just wants all the money, and Biden just is a normal politician. You know what I mean? Like, okay. So just on this leg here, we've got it blowing through 1, 2, jam the button, 3, 4 blow throughs, one continuation, one stall, Another continuation. I was trying to clarify the damn topic. I'm not trying to start anything. Just trying to clarify. That could go either way. That's a little bit of a run. We go up for about 2 more days on there. The next one we went lower. I'm not sure on this run. So we had a minor blow through right there. That one was an immediate reversal. Yeah, when it comes to the markets, I'm not political at all. That's a pretty good blow through that ended up fine. Definitely had a quick pullback. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. But we did blow straight through that, and so most of the ones that blow through at least have some type of a continuation to them. Most of them. Some immediately reverse. We'll see what happens today. And then we'll go from there. But we can ride this top line for a while. This is a very aggressive line. Look how there's a very U-shaped line to that. We have another one right there, not as aggressive. This is another one which are arguably larger, but it reversed crunch time. Yeah, D-Dog's doing good. God, we're getting more aggressive. Thanks, Muhammad. Yeah, I wasn't... Look, I'm not trying to be political. I'm just stating the facts. At least I try to. Well, right now I don't have a lot of cash at all, Ellie. I told you guys I was trying to be more aggressive, and I got pretty aggressive yesterday. Did a bunch of trades, which are a little bit all over the place right now. Some are down, some are up. Count hasn't budged, which is fine with me. Oh yeah, I'm like 90% cash. I think I have like 15. I don't know. There's some math involved there, but I'm a little under 90% invested. 85, something like that. Too much math for me right now. But I got pretty heavy yesterday on the bullish day. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But a lot of really good signs yesterday. Amazon with obviously a huge day. So yeah. All right, let's go back to the top of the actionable list. But yeah, so in terms of the Nasdaq and hitting the top of the Bollinger Band line, really, it's not a deal breaker, I think, which is probably a good thing. All right, so Lavago looks like it's all right. So it looks like it got past that prior high, so that's good. Is that a red candle? That is a big ass green candle on Lavago. So Lavago getting good. Foot Locker started the day out pretty high, coming in off of when are they ex-dividend? 10:15. Okay. Docu EXPI 1.7. EXPI is still looking amazing. Kind of still wish I never closed that option. I guess I could try to get back in. Although I don't have a lot of cash left. Crowd NFE. Okay, so some of the new ones leading us today. Fastly added Fastly to the list because we didn't have it on here. Having a good day today. Lavago, Crowd, Carvana. Restoration Hardware looking like hot garbage yesterday. Coming back today nicely. Not really ready to go yet, it looks like, though. Myrna selling off. D-Dog looking really good right there. I may have to add to my D-Dog position. That looks super bull flaggy on the 5-minute chart today. Nasdaq down a quarter. Tesla is holding its own. And space is bouncing off of this trend line here a little bit. Not bad. All right, Zoom working in the right direction. It's not running yet, but it's working. Their daily time frame. We talked about Zoom several times. Nice curl going on here. I'm a little light in Zoom. I guess I could try to add to it. Got to do a limit order with the Zoom trade, for crying out loud. Yeah, I may add to my Zoom here. Oh, this one's not too bad. All right. All right. Got a little bit more zoom. So I'm a little bit less cash. Now I'm over 90% invested. I think I'll stop there. Didn't go into a new position, just added to an existing one. And hopefully Zoom gets the job done and moves up a little bit. Yeah, my Nvidia trade yesterday, I'm not super excited about it. I like Nvidia, don't get me wrong, but technically I'm not so sure about my buy. Although if the market's going to get bullish, we're likely to hold up. But that's probably my most trepidatious trade right now. I did go in on a full position on that one, so I don't know. I don't know. Hold on to it for now. It's not breaking any rules. JD is the one that I'm down the most in. Not too bad. NASDAQ bouncing back positive. Let's take a look at Tesla, which hasn't broken that high. If Tesla can break that high, should start to get going. We don't have any more debates, do we? Were all the debates canceled? Because those are the last things that move the markets. It's so all over the damn place. Trump is just trying to control it all. Just hold the damn debates. What is the schedule? 4 days ago? Like, I don't know what... Okay, here's a post from 1 day ago. Maybe that'll get... There's one left. Are they going to redo the second one, or are they... A White House spokesperson on Sunday called for a canceled in-person debate. What does that mean? So they canceled the second. So it's annoying. All right, Tesla looks like it's popping up here a little bit. You know how they could avoid that? They could avoid that by like making sure they're in an isolated room or something. Give them some water, give them a toilet. Just hold it in the bathroom with your phone, like everyone else does. Give them a phone, give them a toilet, like every other red-blooded American, and they can bullshit into their phones. That is the real. I think I just solved the debate. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. RH 4%. RH having a good day here. Not quite breaking out, but it's a good day at least. The XPI 1.78. Foot Locker, AMD, Tesla's up 1% now. All right, Tesla. Get froggy, son. Get froggy. And they got earnings coming up. Damn it. Although I guess I've already relegated myself to holding through earnings. 1021. I don't know if we get rally before earnings. Maybe I'll sell just before earnings or sell partial. I'll get at a half like I did last time. I don't know what would cause Tesla to gap up, guys. Like, what do they have that we don't already know? So last earnings we were looking decent and then we flopped. We gapped and crap. That's it called a gap and crap, ladies and gentlemen. This is technical name. Earnings before that, gap and crap. Nah, he'll do that via Twitter. Earnings was here, but didn't matter because it was in the middle of its freaking massive ass bull run. So obviously that one gapped up. This is what started it all when they had a profitable quarter. That was a gap. This is a gap and go. This was a gap and no. I just made that up. That's not actually a thing. But let's make it a thing. A gap and a no. And then that one didn't caused a little bit of a downtrend. The one up here, though, one of these up here was a surprise negative that caused this drop. One of these drops here was a surprise bad quarter. Oh, it was this one. No, that wasn't it. Where was the bad surprise? Maybe it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. They were looking for, yeah, okay. Yeah, so they had earnings that was positive. They were looking for positive earnings and they actually got obliterated on earnings. Caused the drop below 200 if I'm not mistaken. And then we started coming back. And then we started cup and handling and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know though. Like technically it's looking great earnings wise. You always get a bunch of weird crap going on around earnings. Autonomous driving update could do something, but I'm not holding my breath on that. They're probably likely just going to talk about progress on factories and car sales when they're going to start making. But there's still plenty of earnings until they start making anything. They're going to. Was it like July 2021 is when they're thinking of opening those two factories in Germany and Texas? That's at least 3 earnings reports away, maybe 2, depending on the dates and stuff. So we're gonna get one. We're gonna get one in October, November, December, January, and then April, and then so we're arguably like 3 earnings reports away from those factories opening. Yeah, full self-driving could pop them, but I don't know if he would do that on an earnings call. Now, it's kind of a continuous, it's like a continuous integration is what they're doing, right? Is they're continually updating software. Now they're going to do this full rewrite release in a couple of weeks, so this is in 1021. This is in a week. So he's likely to say in a couple weeks. He's not going to give a specific date. They're going to go when they're ready. I don't know. That's kind of what I think. So, yeah, I don't know what the catalyst for a move on Tesla would be. I mean, they just had Battery Day. They said it was 2 years out for any meaningful outcome from Battery Day. Now, they did mention that Germany was going to be the first factory to do that. But again, that takes us out to next year. So we're in this weird middle ground right now where Tesla's in the middle of a bunch of improvements and they're just cranking out cars. This is like the boring time for Tesla. Could it be they simply beat earnings? It could be, but they just announced deliveries and they beat deliveries. So Tesla's like a constant news cycle. A lot of companies you don't get a lot of news out of them. Tesla's on a constant news cycle. I don't know. Tesla cuts Model S starting price again. What's that about? Okay. So cut it by $3,000. What are you confused about, Ellie? I did an excellent job explaining it, so you should not be very confused. I did an excellent job. Uh-huh. Good point. Good point. Where's he going to source the stuff for the Germany factory? That's a good point. I don't know. Yeah, because he's got a global. Maybe he's going to ship it out. Well, either way, the material gets delivered, whether it's from Chile or Nevada, I guess is the question. I don't know. Does Germany have a bunch of lithium in the ground? Yeah, he did just talk about the U.S. and the U.S. Maybe there's another. Oh, does it though? So I mean, obviously that's going to work in a. So actually, okay, if you go back and look at the presentation, what he said, and I'm probably going to end it on this because we're getting close to the close to 8 o'clock here, and we actually haven't really talked about this at all. Ooh, Bitcoin's down 1.5. Bitcoin Cash is up 4.75. Why the fuck is that? Here we go. View the presentation. It's Battery Day, Investor Day, static files. Oh, come on. You don't have this on a CDN? This is the Investor Day part of it, isn't it? All right, we'll let that simmer. He's actually they're going to build a factory in the middle of the US to clean up these raw materials. Is what they're going to do. And he did talk about this during Battery Day. See if I can find the slide. Probably need to look a little bit more into that, but it's in here somewhere. So it's not like they're dumping raw material. They're not dumping dirt into the Tesla factory. The dirt goes into a refining facility, which is looks like pretty close to Texas. Probably going to be close to Texas or somewhere in between. I don't know. And then they're going to be shipping those materials to the factory. Yeah, we're getting away from the slides right now. But anyway, that was kind of the whole dealio. Apple iPhone 12 event? Who cares? I still have an 8. I am old. So, I mean, it's probably not... Yeah, what'd you call it? I forgot what it was. The coffee cow. Yeah, it's not quite a coffee cow then. It's not quite a coffee cow. But it's pretty close. You have the 6S? Ah, you're older than me. Congratulations. You win the prize of being old. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, you know what, Justin? That should be double the phone for you. Yeah, it's double the phone. So I think you should do that. Yeah, they've been plateauing. I think like probably since the 6, actually. 6, 7, and 8. They've been plateauing since then. I completely agree. That's why I don't upgrade near as much. Well, what more can they do? They really can't do much more. It's like a PC, right? Your laptops, they were getting thinner and had bigger hard drives, and nowadays it's just like everything's pretty good. Unless you buy just complete trash. But then they do a good job of marketing trash, so. Same with smartphones. My mom buys a smartphone on one of those really cheap contract plans. It's not really a plan though. She buys like minutes. It's weird. She loves it though. She won't let me put her on my plan. So she pays $100 a year for the phone and the plan. Now, granted, she doesn't use her phone like I use my phone, so I can't really do that, but yeah, Neuralink, that's going to be it. The speakers don't get that. I'm an audio guy. They can't get that much better. There's a physical limitation to bass coming out of a half a millimeter speaker. All right, slide deck. Oh, see this? Yeah, that's not it. Battery day 20. Yeah, I'm probably just searched on fucking YouTube, huh? Actually, let's do battery day. Yeah, so here they talk about all their silica stuff. Yeah, that's why earbuds are good. So untapped lithium and clay, Tesla acid-free saline extraction, Tesla secured terawatt-hour scale source. So it's gonna be back here somewhere where they talk about their refining. I don't know. It's great to see a guy worth $100 billion still just pushing. It's pretty cool. So it talks about a silica factory. Anyway, they're gonna put a plant somewhere. They don't know where it's gonna be yet. I mean, there's so much that's got to happen for them to do all this. Is so much stuff that they're doing. It's amazing, absolutely amazing what they're doing and being able to do. I did see another video. I don't know if I can. Oh, it was the Sandy Monroe guy. If you guys have ever seen Sandy Monroe, he's the guy that like tears cars apart. He talked about. Oh, here you go. Here's their factory. Yeah, directly consuming nickel powder. They're not showing the map, I don't think here. Yeah, North American cathode production. Here you go. So they're going to build a plant somewhere. Yeah, he actually did a presentation. It's on his channel. You can go check it out if you want to. A presentation about how he went from horse-drawn carriages to electric cars initially, and then into gas cars, and then how we're switching back to electric cars. And he's likening. There was a dude in the dude that created the electric starter, which really made the gasoline car worth it. Is oh, you did see that? Yeah, he talked about Tesla likening it to those early car companies, just making things easier and easier and cheaper, just continuously. And there it is. That's exactly what I was looking for. So somewhere in here, they're going to have to build a lithium and a cathode factory somewhere. And Yeah, 100% electric facility, 33% reduction in lithium cost. So they will be refining and then they will be shipping out. That's probably exactly what they're going to be doing, Ellie. Is it 100% better? No, but they do make a lot of cars in the U.S. and you can argue they're probably going to duplicate this somewhere in China. I would assume. I don't know. They didn't talk about that, but they pretty much just talked about the U.S. just to probably to make it look good. But you bring up a very valid point about what about other factories? There's got to be somewhere in Europe where there's similar soil material where they can source it, somewhat locally. So yeah, it's not quite a coffee cow, but it's pretty close. As close as you can reasonably get. I mean, because you're gonna have you can't just build all the Teslas on top of a pile of lithium in the middle of nowhere. That would be coffee cow. That'd be hilarious. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great day. Don't tank the markets, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.